Today we're going to learn how to assemble Chuckleball. The most important thing to know is that Chuckleball has a safety switch, so it won't work unless there's a double click when you put both halves together. To activate your Chuckleball, first remove from the package. Notice that there are small markings just below the white button. One set of small dash marks and a larger arrow just below them. When both Chuckleball halves are properly assembled, the two notches will be in line. But the arrow won't be pointing at any markings. The arrow is just for the setup, which we'll get into in a moment. First, we need to install 4 AA batteries. To do this, rotate both halves of the ball in opposite directions. Notice the way the notches move away from each other. Now, separate the halves. Inside one half, you'll find the motor that gives Chuckleball its power. Unscrew the motor lid using a Phillips head screwdriver. Set the lid aside for later. Now insert your 4 AA batteries. Make sure to drop them in so that the flat side, the negative side, of the batteries touch the raised springs. There are small icons etched in the battery case that will help you in the installation. Now that all the batteries are in place, it's time to put on the lid. Hook one side around the motor and align the screw with the hole in the box. Hold the motor still by pinching with one hand and use your index finger to steady the lid. Use your other hand to tighten the screw. Now it's time to put it all together. Hold both sides facing each other. Now check to see which side is which. Side A will have an arrow and side B will have a button. Sometimes the colors can be switched, so remember, A for arrow, B for button. Hold both halves so that side A is in your left hand and side B is in your right. Line up the arrow on side A with a small notch on side B. You can find this notch about an inch below the white button. Next, on side A, about 2 inches above the arrow, you'll see another small notch. Rotate both halves of the ball in opposite directions so that the small notch on side A lines up with the small notch on side B. For this step, you'll need to listen for a double click. Let's see that again. The double click means the safety switch has been disengaged. This is so the motor doesn't accidentally turn on while the ball is disassembled. After you're sure that the halves are completely closed, when you can't twist any further, then the safety switch is disengaged. Press the white on-off toggle button. When the button is pressed in, Chuckleball is active. Shake the ball to start. If it doesn't start on the first shake, rotate the ball 45 degrees and give it another shake. Once the ball is bouncing around, Chuckleball will run for about 20 seconds. After this time, it will go into sleep mode. Now it's your job to chase after it and give it another shake. To turn off Chuckleball, press the white on-off toggle button again. The button will push outward when it's off. And there you have it!